Look, this isn't just another boring guide to building regs. This is about keeping your family safe. We're going to break down something called Approved Document J. And trust me, what you don't know about it could be literally deadly.
Okay, let's get right into it. And forget about fines or a failed inspection for a minute. The stakes here are way higher. We're talking about the ultimate cost, your life. House fires, toxic pollution, and that silent killer everyone's heard of, carbon monoxide poisoning. This is serious stuff.
So what exactly is Approved Document J? Think of it as the official safety manual for anything in your house that burns fuel. Your boiler? Yep. That cozy wood-burning stove? Absolutely. It's the set of rules designed to stop a total catastrophe before it even starts.
And believe me, I'm not being overly dramatic when I call it a life or death document. Every single piece of guidance in here is about preventing the worst from happening. So, what are the absolute key rules you need to have on your radar?
It's all broken down into 7 key areas, what I like to call the 7 pillars of safety. They run from J1 to J7, and these are the non-negotiables for protecting your home. Let's do a quick run-through.
First up, J1, air supply. It's simple, really. A fire needs air to breathe, right? Well, so does your boiler or stove. If it's starved of oxygen, you get incomplete combustion. And that's when things get dangerous, because that's what produces deadly carbon monoxide.
Next, J2, discharge of products of combustion. Basically, what goes in must come out. All those nasty toxic fumes have got to have a safe way to get outside. This rule makes sure that path is clear so you and your family aren't breathing in poison.
Pillar 3, J3, warning of carbon monoxide. We've said it already, but CO is the silent killer. It's invisible, it has no smell. So J3 requires an alarm. Think of it as your electronic watchdog ready to scream a warning the second that invisible threat shows up.
Pillar 4, J4, protection of the building. Your stove or boiler gets incredibly hot, right? I mean, really hot. J4 is all about making sure that that intense heat stays contained and doesn't, burn your house down.
Moving on to J5, provision of information. This is so important. It's basically the system's passport. A tough, durable notice plate has to be put up, usually somewhere obvious, that tells any future engineer exactly what they're looking at. It's such a simple thing, but it can literally prevent a deadly mistake down the line.
Okay, J6, protection of liquid fuel storage. Now, if you've got a tank of heating oil or LPG on your property, you need to listen up. This is all about making sure a fire somewhere else doesn't turn your fuel tank into a massive bomb. It's all about safe distances and protection.
And rounding it all out, we have J7, protection against pollution. Again, this is for those of you with oil tanks. This rule is there to make sure a leak doesn't end up poisoning the local environment. It's about protecting your home and the world outside it.
Okay, that's the quick overview. But now I want to do a deep dive into one of the most critical and most recently updated of these pillars. We're talking about J3, the carbon monoxide mandate. Pay close attention to this part. You absolutely cannot afford to ignore it.
This is a real game changer, and honestly, a change that's going to save lives. See, before 2022, you only needed a CO alarm for solid fuel stuff like a wood burner. But now, the rules as of the 2022 amendments say any new or replacement fixed combustion appliance needs one. That includes your gas boiler, your oil boiler, all of them. It's the law, no excuses.
But here's the thing. Just buying an alarm and sticking it anywhere is not good enough, not even close. Its placement is everything. So the big question is, where exactly does it need to go to actually do its job? And the rules are super specific, for a very good reason. If you get this wrong, your alarm might just sit there silently while the danger builds. So here's the 4-step checklist. Step 1, make sure it's the right kind of alarm, compliant with the official standard. Step 2, it's got to be in the same room as the appliance. Step 3, position it between 1 and 3 meters away horizontally. And Step 4, get the height right, either high on a wall or on the ceiling, but following those specific distances. You have to follow these steps precisely. And look, the official guidance says this, and I want to hammer this point home. Provision of a carbon monoxide alarm should not be regarded as a substitute for the correct installation and regular servicing. Let's be crystal clear about what that means. An alarm is your last line of defense. It's the thing that screams when everything else has already failed. It is absolutely no substitute for getting the appliance installed correctly in the first place and getting it serviced regularly by a pro.
All right, so that's the silent killer. Let's talk about the other massive threat,
Fire. And this all comes down to understanding the rules for flues and protecting your home from intense heat. We're talking about requirements J2 and J4 here. If you take away just one number from this whole explainer, make it this one, 200 millimeters. That's the typical minimum safe distance you need between the inside surface of a flue and anything that can burn, like your wooden joists. Get this wrong, and your home could literally be smoldering away inside the walls, just waiting to erupt into flames.
You know, the difference between a totally safe setup and a ticking time bomb really is all in the details. A compliant, safe installation has that correct separation distance. It has little access hatches so you can actually inspect hidden flues, and it's got that durable notice plate we talked about. A fire hazard? Well, it's just the opposite. Combustibles are way too close, hidden parts of the flue have never been seen since installation. It's a disaster waiting to happen.
And let's look again at that notice plate from J5 because it's so important. This is not just some random sticker, okay? It's a permanent record. It's the system's data sheet, right there in your house, often near the fuse box. It tells any future tradesperson what the flue is, how big it is, who made it, everything they need to know to work on it safely. Okay, let's wrap up with a quick look at fuel storage for anyone with an oil tank. This covers rules J6 and J7, and it's all about stopping both fires and pollution.
So, when do you need what's called secondary containment, like a bunded tank? Well, the rules are all about risk. If your tank holds over 2,500 liters, or if it's anywhere near a water source, a drain, or in a special protection zone, basically, if a spill could cause a major pollution incident, then a simple single-skin tank just isn't legal or safe. You must have that extra layer of protection.
All right, we've covered a lot of ground, so what's the bottom line? What should you be looking for in your own home right now? Let's boil all this down into one final, simple safety checklist.
So, is your home truly safe? Seriously, ask yourself these questions. Was your installer a certified pro? Go and check your carbon monoxide alarm right now. Is it there? Is it in the right spot? Can you find that notice plate? And be honest, when was the last time you had the system professionally serviced? This isn't just about ticking boxes for building regs. This is about taking control of your family's safety. So, have you checked? Please, don't wait until it's too late.